Who's ready to talk about big, fun beach hair? Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're brand new here, hi, my name's Courtney and I love using tips and tricks from the Curly Girl method to improve the health of my hair. I've been getting asked a lot, Courtney, how do I protect my hair when I'm going to go swimming in a pool, when I'm going to the lake, when I'm going to the beach? And you know what? Over the past 2 years, I have accumulated some tips and tricks on this subject, so that is what we're going to be talking about today. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell. I would love to have you guys stick around for some more videos. And if this video is helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it. It really does help me out and I greatly appreciate it. It also lets me know that the video accomplished its purpose and was helpful, because that's why I'm here. I want to be as helpful as humanly possible. Without further ado, let's get into every tip and trick I can think of to protect your hair from all the summer watery fun activities. All right, first off, let's talk about lake fun. This is probably the least damaging activity you can do if you have wavy curly hair. The water does not have any salt in it. It does not have any chlorine in it. It's just fresh water. All I would say that you need to be concerned about is protecting your hair from the sun as best you can. This hat has definitely served me well, but is getting a little floppy with age. It may or may not have fallen in the water one too many times. But a bigger, wider brimmed hat like this gives you better sun protection than just a ball cap. So there's that. Also, theoretically, lake, boat, going fast in boat, inner tubing, your hair is going to be blown around and possibly getting horrendously tangled. One of my favorite things to do when I know I'm going to be having some water fun is to braid my hair. Usually my go-to mom hairstyle is a great big messy pineapple on top of my head, but not so when I know that water is going to be involved. For whatever reason, that pineapple just doesn't stay on my head very well. A braid works much better. So I'm going to show you how I braid my hair really quick. I'm not an expert. I have showed this before and it has been helpful in the past. So I'm going to show you how I braid my hair. It's a very simple French braid for when I am going to the lake. So I am going to be committing a curly girl sin. I am going to kind of brush through my hair. I have already brushed through my hair once today. So I'm just demonstrating that I brush it, but there are no tangles because I've already brushed it. Then I'm going to take this top section of my hair. I've just grabbed pretty high up, just a section. I'm going to smooth that down with the brush. Then I'm going to separate it into 3 sections. I have the right section, the middle section right here, and then the left section. I will cross the right section over the middle. The right section is now the new middle. Then I'm going to take the left section, cross it over the middle section. Now the left section has become the new middle. Now I'm going to pick up some hair and I'm going to grab it along with the right section and cross it over the middle and make it be the new middle. Then I'm going to pick up some more hair and grab it along with the left section and cross it over the middle so that it becomes the new middle. And I will just keep picking up sections of hair and crossing it over to the middle, over and over until I reach the bottom. One of the tricks is not to pull your hair too terribly tight, but to try and keep everything close to the back of your head. If you start really pulling everything away from the back of your head, Your braid will get really loose. Also, I have a bunch of layers in my hair, so quite often the tail of my braid has a bunch of pieces sticking out, and it's maybe not the cutest thing ever, but I kind of don't care because I'm there to have fun at the lake, not to have perfect hair. This is to protect my hair from being whipped around by all the wind and everything. And I am using a regular hair tie here because those stay in my hair better. But that is how I braid my hair to protect it if I was going to go to the lake. And if you're having a bunch of frizzies that are really escaping your braid, instead of grabbing hairspray, which can be a little bit drying, I personally have had great luck with getting my hands wet in the sink, adding a touch of gel to my hands, rubbing the watered down gel into my hands and gently smoothing it over my hair. That gel helps lock the frizzies in place. It's fine. It's fine. The last tip I have for when you are at the lake is to really rinse your hair with clean tap water once you're done. You don't necessarily have to wash your hair after getting out of lake water. You can if you feel like you need to. I personally have found that co-washing just doesn't have the muscles that my fine, low porosity hair needs in order to get it nice and clean. If your hair is drier, I would reach for something like the Bounce Curl Clarifying Shampoo or the Trey Luxe Hair Cleansing Rinse. Both of those are very gentle, sulfate-free shampoos that are incredibly moisturizing. If your hair is like mine, I would grab something more like the Mop Top Daily Shampoo or maybe the Giovanni 50/50 Clarifying Shampoo. Both of those are stronger and will have the ability to pull gunk out of your hair without overstripping it. Now let's talk about chlorinated pool fun and hair safety. The biggest tip I can give you for protecting your hair from a chlorinated pool is honestly just get it wet with clean tap water before you get in the chlorinated water. There is something about doing that where your hair just completely soaks up the clean water and holds onto it and doesn't soak up the chlorinated water nearly as quickly. If you wanted, you could top that off with some leave-in, but studies have shown that the leave-in just completely rinses out of your hair. It kind of doesn't have any benefit, but the clean water doesn't get rinsed out of your hair like the leave-in does. It's really interesting. Your hair really wants to hold on to the clean water. So get your hair full of clean water before you get in the chlorinated water. Then once you are done with all of your pool fun, go ahead and rinse your hair again with clean water. Try and rinse as much of that chlorinated water out of your hair as possible. Now, if you're getting in the pool every single day, it can kind of feel like you need to wash your hair every single day. I don't think that's necessarily good for the hair, especially if you're using something like maybe something like the Giovanni Tea Tree Triple Treat Shampoo, which is pretty clarifying for a low poo. It's almost too drying. Or the Anasi Clarifying Shampoo. Both of those are like super clarifying. You wouldn't necessarily want to be using those Curly Girl approved shampoos every single day you got in a chlorinated pool. I would probably just use something gentle like the Bounce Curl or the Trey Luxe. And if your hair loves co-washing, you could absolutely get away with doing a quick co-wash on your hair after getting out of the chlorinated pool, just to make sure that any residual pool water is completely out of your hair. Now, there are shampoos that are designed to remove chlorine from your hair, and I'm not gonna lie, as somebody with a lighter-ish hair tone, I was really blonde when I was little, and I definitely had chlorine green hair a couple of times growing up. And so I am very familiar with swimmer shampoo and shampoos that remove chlorine from your hair. They work great. I personally have tried the swimmer shampoo since doing the Curly Girl method. It does contain a sulfate. My hair hated that stuff. That was not good for me. I didn't feel like it worked. My favorite chlorine removing shampoo is the Paul Mitchell 3 shampoo. It does contain a sulfate and a water-soluble silicone, but it is very effective at removing chlorine from my hair. You do have to deep condition after you use it. So if you are a swimmer, you are getting in the pool a lot. You could, if you're doing the curly girl method and you wanted to go all in, you could totally start using a swim cap and getting your hair wet before you get in the pool, then putting on a swim cap and then swimming. That would be like the ultimate thing you could do to protect your hair. But you could also use the Paul Mitchell No. 3 shampoo once a week and really deep condition. Normally, I don't deep condition once a week, but we're talking about extenuating chlorinated circumstances here. All right, lastly, let's talk about protecting your hair at the beach. Again, it's similar to go into the lake. A hat will be your best friend and your best protection against the drying elements of the sun. You could also braid your hair for going to the beach. There are the added elements of salt and sand that you're dealing with when you're at the beach. And I have found that those increase the drying level that my hair experiences over the lake or the pool. And I have found that the Innate Life Rose Hair Elixir, it's just an oil blend for your hair. It smells like roses. It's heavenly. Is amazing for helping add just a little bit extra level of protection to my hair when I'm at the beach. What I will do is I will open it. It has this very cute little dropper. I will grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops of oil. And I will smooth it over the ends of my hair. This oil contains mostly penetrating oils. They're not sealing oils, meaning that they actually are small enough to go inside the hair shaft. And because they're able to go into the hair shaft, they keep my hair from soaking up too much moisture. There's just so much moisture at the beach that my hair goes frizzy and limp all at the same time. It starts exhibiting characteristics of over moisturized hair really badly when I'm at the beach. You can see that it has added some shine to my hair, but it is going to add a layer of protection to my hair. As for the sunscreens you can spray into your hair that are like protectant for your hair, I have been combing the internet for a Curly Girl approved sunscreen for your hair, and other than some oils that have natural SPF, I believe jojoba oil and coconut oil, and maybe, was it raspberry oil? I don't remember. Those have like SPF 4, SPF 7, something like that. They're not very high SPF. The hair sunscreens that are 30 SPF and like really have some actual SPF protection to them usually contain either some silicones or they contain a drying alcohol. Of those two evils, if I was picking between drying alcohols and silicones, I would definitely go with the drying alcohols. Theoretically, if it's a spray, some of that alcohol is going to evaporate before it hits your hair. Also, my hair tends to be over moisturized. I would rather pick something that's going to dry it out just a little bit rather than something that's going to coat it and build up on it like a silicone would. If you have found the Unicorn, a UV hair protectant that is Curly Girl approved, please comment down below. Help us out. Help everybody out in the comments. I want to know about that. So if you found one, please share. There are 2 more things that really come into play when I go to the beach, and that is glycerin and protein. While I'm at the beach, I try and make sure that the majority of my leave-on products are glycerin-free, usually because there are incredibly high dew points at the beach, and if you're using a gel with glycerin, it's going to be frizz poof city. It just is, or at least it is for me. That's been my experience. So if I decide to pack stylers at all, which half the time if I pack them, I don't even use them. I just enjoy the big, wild, fun vacation hair. But if I am packing a styler, I do try to make sure they're glycerin free. If you want to know my favorite glycerin free products, please feel free to check out this video. I did a video all about it. And then protein. Protein is the other thing my hair desperately needs. Due to the increased sun and heat that my hair experiences while at the beach, it loses some of its structural integrity. And so when I get home, I have to make sure I do a very good clarify and deep condition session with a protein heavy deep conditioner. If you don't have a protein heavy deep conditioner, something you can do is pick up neutral protein filler drops from Sally's or Amazon. I will have all the products that I'm talking about linked down below, so don't worry, I got you covered. You can add a few of those drops to your favorite deep conditioner and it will turn your favorite deep conditioner into a protein treatment. But if you don't feel like being a mad scientist and mixing the perfect proteiny concoction for your hair, my personal favorite protein heavy deep conditioner is the Curl Junkie Repair Me. It actually works. It's amazing. But yeah, my hair does not want glycerin while I'm at the beach, and it does want protein when I get home. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Those are all of my tips and tricks for protecting your hair during the summer months. Wear a braid, use some oil in your hair, get your hair wet before you get in the water, and don't stress too much about it. Enjoy your summer activities. All right, guys, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye!